Now I realize that virtually everybody has seen a shot like this of Machu Picchu. But really, until you've seen this with your own eyes, until you've seen the fog disperse over Machu Picchu, you really haven't seen anything. This is really one of the most beautiful sites in the world. It is now getting quite busy. Over 400,000 visitors per year come to Machu Picchu, and it is now the second most recognized travel destination right after the Eiffel Tower. But seeing it with your own eyes, the engineering that went into creating this particular city on a hillside, really you can't appreciate the beauty of this place. Now we do have bigger, better ruins in Mexico and in Guatemala, but it really is the setting here that sets this place apart, that really gives it this incredible distinction. Okay, this was a small city, probably about 900 people lived here at its peak, but it was just reserved for the nobility, the important people in the Incan Empire. Now, in terms of our history, of the Western history in Machu Picchu, first person to set eyes on it, they say, was Hiram Bingham. And he was here in the old Sacred Valley working as an archaeologist for Yale University. And in 1911, a farmer pointed him up the hillside and said, up there is the lost city of the Incas. Of course, the Incan people have known about this for a long time. Hiram Bingham, they say, was the first explorer to set eyes on Machu Picchu, and when he found it, it was completely shrouded in jungle. It took almost 50 years for them to remove the jungle, restore the site, so that now visitors can go and see Machu Picchu. But of course, this place has been around for quite a long time. We know that it was probably colonized sometime, was probably created, excuse me, sometime during the 15th century, and it only really survived, it was only really a working city for about 100 years. We also know that Machu Picchu was left in a great hurry, probably when the Spaniards came. We think that the Incas, they didn't want the Spaniards to find this site. They thought it was too special to be conquered by a foreign power. So they left it in a hurry. Well, how do we know that? Well, we do find rocks like this. And you can see here that this gentleman here is holding on to two handholds on the side of the rocks. So only certain rocks have handholds, and they tend to be at the top end of the walls. So what does that mean? Well, when they were carrying these rocks, when they were placing one on top of the other, they used these handholds as a way to have traction and to actually be able to lift these incredibly heavy rocks. They didn't have, construction equipment. Everything was done by hand. So we know that they left it in a hurry because some of these rocks, they didn't have time to sand down these handholds like they did on the other rocks. Okay, they must have left it in a hurry before they actually were able to really make this make this in sync with the other rocks along this wall. So they did leave this place in a huge hurry, and so pretty incredible place, historically speaking. Now, one of the secrets to visiting Machu Picchu, and I urge you to get there early. The earlier you can get here, the better. Okay, we know that at about noon, 11:30 is when the train gets here, and all hell breaks loose over Machu Picchu. So getting here early is crucial for that reason. Also, there's some pretty special things you can do here in the morning. You can see at the back of this photo, we have Huayna Picchu. One of the 3 temples of the moon is located on the top of Huayna Picchu. And we can actually climb, if we're here in the morning before 11:30, we can climb Huayna Picchu. Only a certain amount of visitors are allowed the privilege to climb this incredible, iconic hillside. Now it's about an hour up, and of course, as you can see, it is quite steep, but there's an incredible sacrificial site at the top, and of course the view from there is just astounding. If you don't get the chance to go up Huayna Picchu, even if you do take the train, I really urge you to get a guide. It's essential. Wandering around here without having, an idea of what you're seeing, some of the story, some of the history of this site, is really, you're not seeing anything. You're just kind of wandering through there blindly. Having a guide is completely essential when visiting Machu Picchu, and they'll show you things, that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. Our guide pointed out these carvings in the rocks. Now, if you look carefully, you can see that these carvings in the rocks were created perfectly symmetrically with the mountains behind them. So there's some little secrets here in Machu Picchu that, again, we won't see unless somebody points them out to us. People think they want to spend, 4 days here at Machu Picchu. Really, generally, people are here, a couple hours guided tour, couple hours to, take in the serenity of this place, and then we're pretty much ready to go back down the mountainside to Aguas Calientes. There is only one hotel here at Machu Picchu, okay, that we could stay in, which is, I call, excessively expensive, okay, called the Sanctuary Lodge, but generally people are here just for a few hours, spend some time here, and then head down the side of Machu Picchu. Just as a quick aside, they do have a nice landscaping staff here at the site. We have 18 llamas that look after the gardening, and they do quite a nice job, as you can imagine, trimming the grass. So that's quite an interesting fact too about visiting Machu Picchu. So that's it. Hope you did learn something here on this little video tour. And come visit me. I'm at www.kevinsworldvideotour.com. Thanks for listening.